Good morning, everyone. We're about to bring you the latest COVID-19 UAE updates. However, if you found this podcast through an article, which so many of you are doing, please hit that subscribe button wherever you get your podcasts so you can get your Dubai news daily. Good morning, Dubai. How are you doing? Happy Thursday and welcome back to the Lovin Daily, where we're taking you through all the big trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about. Today we're going to be talking about those scooter tracks that have just launched in JLT. Have you seen them? Let us know your thoughts. We're actually joined by Amy Jones, who's in studio with us, but we're going to be talking about that later in the show. If you have comments, drop them on Facebook right now. We'll also be talking about all the great things happening in Dubai this weekend, a new radio launch, but our top story that we're going to bring you through right now, COVID in the UAE. Wednesday saw the biggest rise in cases so far. So in 24 hours, the UAE conducted 105,000 COVID tests and revealed 1,538 new cases, along with 1,501 recoveries and 2 deaths. So now the total cases stand at 119,132. Now this is a joint high of new cases in one day. Of course, especially going into this weekend, we're also going into a long weekend, so we're going to talk about that. We need to take those precautions. As we were reminded on Tuesday at the press media briefing, that it's our responsibility to do those things. We talk continuously about, washing our hands. But one update I saw on Dubai Health Authority, and if you're watching on Facebook now, you can see the video. I think it's worth going through this. How to remove your mask correctly. Ooh, interesting. So Dubai Health Authority remind us, because it's the little things like, let's say, for example, washing your hands for 20 seconds. Were we doing that pre-COVID?
It's also disposable things.
Disposal. So we have from Dubai Health Authority here. They've gone through it. So if you are taking off your face mask, or if you're helping your children, it's kind of a reminder to them as well. Remove it from behind the ears or head without touching the side of your face. Remember, we're wearing these for a reason. So your face mask has possibly protected you from getting COVID-19. And in that instance, you don't want to just take it off, leave it on the surface and forget about it. So what you need to do then is wash your hands immediately with soap and sanitizer and drop that mask in the bin without touching anything else. That is how you do it. 3 simple steps, which we need to remember because we're trying to save ourselves, protect the people around us. And it's just a reminder, all these little things that we need to be doing, it's our responsibility. And as I say that, I'm going to take you into all the things that we can do in this Dubai this weekend while keeping social distance, all of the great things. A lot of things happening, by the way. The point at the Palm, there's a world record about to be broken. We're assuming it's going to happen. The world's largest fountain, which we've heard in the last month, I feel like the hype has been growing for this. So point at the Palm, check it out. Tickets to the actual launch are gone. Of course, they went like hotcakes. However, all of the restaurants which line the Palm, staring at the Atlantis, they possibly have reservations. So if you want to go and check it out, I know Koyo is there. Grove Road is a new Aussie restaurant that's there. A lot of places that you can check out. So if you want to be there for the launch, this is historic. It's bigger than Dubai Fountain. It's bigger than the Bellagio in Las Vegas. Check it out. As well, there's a couple of other great things. So actually, the list of things to do in Dubai this weekend is on Lovin Dubai. Simon wrote it yesterday, and she's got a nice little mix of things. Of course, the IPL is on, if you want to check that out. And in Times Square, they're actually having a flea market. So if you want to go and kind of sell secondhand goods, you've probably needed to have gotten in touch to set up your stall. But if you want to go and do shopping at the biggest secondhand market in town, that's happening at Times Square this weekend, you can head out to Lala Bazaar, Zabil House. Guys, as I go through the list, do you have plans for the weekend? Amy, Alibaba in studio, what are your plans?
I don't I'm going to Hatta this weekend.
Ah, very good. Yeah. Enjoying the weather.
Having a little hike, gonna do some kayaking.
Very nice, taking those Instagram photos, I'm sure.
I mean,
Ali, what are your plans?
Might go to the desert on Friday.
Nice. Yeah. This is the time for it, guys. Love it.
Now the weather's not horrible, yeah.
Guys, let us know where you're at. We'll check them out in the comments below. Also, there's a foster and adoption day. I think this is amazing, happening at Dubai Pet Food in Dubai Investment Park. So if you're interested in fostering a little doggo for a short time or giving your dog a forever home, you can do that right now. And also, by the way, I'm just going to point out that the Point is dog friendly. So if you want to foster and then bring them to the Point to watch the fountain, what a cute weekend. A lot of great things happening in Dubai this weekend. You can check it all and get the timings and dates for those on Lovin Dubai on the list. And also a quick shout out to Team Angel Wolf. They're at it again this weekend with a big challenge Friday, October 23. They're doing a sprint try at Mamzar. And then Saturday, October 24, they're doing a 25-kilometer time trial as well. They have a big weekend ahead of a massive challenge, which they're launching the following weekend, which we'll announce in a little bit. But as you know, one of the most inspiring families in Dubai. And if you want to support them, that's where they'll be. We'll move on. Next story, guys. This weekend, as we know, is here. But yesterday, there was another big launch. Ibiza Global Radio launched in Dubai. We know Dubai has an absolutely massive electro scene. And now there's a brand new radio station giving you access to whopper tunes every single day. So you can find Ibiza Global Radio on 95.3 FM. And they're also online right now at the same name. We know, we've spoken to the guys, there's a hugely passionate team working on this. They're basically focused on creating great track lists and becoming a platform for local and rising talent. So, if you love electro music, this is purely focused on electro, and if you love it, check out Ibiza Global Radio right now. Now, guys, we'll take a short break, and we'll be back to talk about scooters, cycling paths in Dubai. They're going to be rolling out kind of a new scooter testing in the next week, but we've noticed some paths in JLT, so we want to talk about them. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be joined by Amy Jones, who's one of the what am I? She owns a scooter and also she works at Lovin Dubai. Join us after the break. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with you after this message. Lovin Extra is here. This is the new membership, and while absolutely nothing changes for our readers, extra members get access to premium content, exclusive competitions, and first look for tickets and access to the coolest events across the city, and Lovin merch. If you subscribe right now, a very cool Lovin Red Eco Water bottle will be delivered to your door. Guys, welcome back to the Lovin Daily. It's Thursday. We are so excited about the weekend, but before we get there, we're joined by Miss Amy Jones because I've noticed, as a marina dweller who walks to JLT every morning, they've rolled out these new cycle and scooter tracks, and basically you're on the show because you own a scooter and you do the walking as well. And we've seen a couple of comments about these. A little bit of background: they're trying to open Dubai up to more scooters. But personally, as a walker, I feel like that big yellow track, have you seen it in JLT? Doesn't really leave much space.
You can sit down here.
No, we can see it like it's very noticeable. It's bang in the middle of the walkway. Brilliant that they're opening the city up to more scooters, but it just doesn't really allow for much space for the walker with the doggo.
Yeah, of course. You got to think about Goose, Casey's dog.
I'm so biased. It's ridiculous.
That's the most important thing. Like I think obviously if you look down, the space that isn't that much. However, what's the alternative? I mean, we have like if you've got a scooter or even a cycle. If you've got a bike, like people are weaving, like when they didn't have them, people were weaving in and out, cutting people off, 100%. All that sort of stuff. And I think this, and again, you also have a lot of pedestrians, headphones in, walking to work. You want to get in your zone. You don't want to think about. So people aren't aware of their surroundings. Now, if they've got their headphones on, can't listen to what's around them, and there's a cycle path in front of them, then there's a visual reminder that they need to look up, see what's there. So I think there's a space issue, granted, and especially if there's a lot of people. However, beforehand, when you were coming down like the road, like the little slips and the little pathways, like there's not a lot of space for anybody anyway. And I just think actually this is just a reminder that there's others on the road, as it were. Well, I mean, it's not just walkers. There's also scooters and there's also cyclists. Yeah. And you've had a scooter for a couple of months, right? Yeah. But now in Dubai, you'll notice next week they're trialing out more scooters. They've chosen 5 areas in Dubai, and they're just testing out. They've chosen the areas because they're located to different metro stations, or because of population density, or availability of public transport or infrastructure. So we are going to see more scooters. So I think now it's not too much of a problem because they're not that busy. There isn't that many scooters. I don't know. It was like there was a lot of scooters, and then they got deregulated or something, so we didn't see them for a while. Yeah, but we get cyclists, and again, if you think about it, if there's scooters and people could have them to hand, similar to how we now have the bikes, like there's less pedestrians because people are cycling or people will scoot. So again, there'll be a shift in the amount of people that are walking potentially. Now, I love the walkways in JLT. I love them in the mornings on the way to work because it's so fresh. I love them in the evenings just for to get a bit of headspace because they're so beautiful. But it's just the way they are now. I just find if you need to see them, you'll see a photo beside us. I took that a couple of nights ago. The way it's laid out, it just feels like it's giving right of way to the scooter and the bike. And as a walker who doesn't plan on cycling, I just feel like I've been a little bit sidetracked. I don't know exactly. I don't know where to go anymore.
However, but the thing is, because obviously I do the walk to get to the JLT dog park, which I absolutely love as well, and that's quite new. So that, and then Goose hates scooters. That's my dog. This is probably my big issue, because when she sees anything with wheels, scooters and bikes, she just goes mental. So there's just I have to be like extra careful now, because so we need like a separate
But
dog
again,
and human.
Yeah, maybe. But then I think it's that thing. I think it's everybody's responsibility to have that care and attention to everybody around you. Similar to, I think it's one of those things. When I was in London, it was like actually being a driver in London made me a better pedestrian, because you're more aware of being of what kind of happens. And then obviously being a pedestrian or being a cyclist, I braved cycling, and even cycling.
In London?
Yeah.
Scary.
I nearly died about 4 times, but it was great. But then being a cyclist makes you a better pedestrian and a better driver, because again, you're very much aware of your surroundings. And I think here, I just think that it's that awareness that you have a responsibility, whatever you are. Yeah. And I think I understand where you're coming from in terms of the fact that you feel like they're given the right of way. But I just think that actually it's better to have that awareness that there could be bigger objects that could hit you and hurt you. And I think rather than having, you see crowds and crowds of people, and then you see cyclists and scooterists like zipping around them, cutting through them. And I think that's just as dangerous. Whereas if they have to be on that track, everybody will have a mind to the fact that there is a track there, and that the scooterists there, the cyclists are there, and then the pedestrians, everybody will have a mind to it. So I don't think it's a bad thing. Yes, obviously, ideally there'll be more space, but there's not the space. So it's working with what we've got.
Yeah, and I think Dubai's plans to make Dubai a massively bike-friendly city. At the moment, there is 425 kilometers of tracks. By 2025, they want to have 645 kilometers. Yeah. So, and that's how they're doing it, by weaving these in and out. Just one tiny thing: when cyclists have the right of way, they have the ability, and this is from like you're saying, city cyclists, they have the ability to just own the road. Is there, I could nearly get shot for saying this, but is there like a car equivalent of cars that just think that they can just be like,
oh my gosh, I mean,
and cyclists are kind of like that. So if you're in the cyclist lane as a walker, they're going to be like ding 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 ding. I'll just put my headphones.
Having said that though, like I think with certain cyclists, and it is certain things. I mean, again, the minority ruin it for the masses, and I think. Yeah. Whether or not you have a cycle lane or not, you will, and you're a pedestrian, you will always get beeped by a cyclist. Like you will. Like that's just what happens, because they've got the momentum because they're cycling, and so they're just kind of going, "Hey, I'm here!" Like awareness, get out the way. Now there are always some people that take advantage, and there's some people that will bomb it around JLT, and it will make it dangerous for everybody. Now, that shouldn't happen. They shouldn't be doing that. And hopefully, with the fact that there's cycle pass and they don't need to, and they should have that care and attention, they won't do that. Like, you're going to have that whether or not you've got cycle pass or whatever, because it's based on the individual. And I think everybody just needs to have that responsibility.
True. Quick question: since the tracks have opened, have you scooted to work?
No, because I am a genius and fell off my scooter and got a flat tire. So, and I've still not fixed the flat tire.
Why did you fall off your scooter?
Well, to be honest, it wasn't actually. Don't worry. It wasn't actually a proper fall.
Everyone's so worried.
I know. I can feel it. I can feel the love and care and attention. I couldn't even say what I did. It wasn't even like, I wish it was like this epic fall. And I was like, I had something to prove from it. I literally stopped and then fell off it.
Where?
Literally, that's all I did.
Could you imagine seeing that?
Well, it was just the fact that, so I was I live in the marina. And I can't believe I'm telling you all this. And looking super cool. And I was coming up, and I think it was like I was just off the tube, like the metro. Sorry. And I was walking.
She hasn't been here long enough.
3 years, just still comes in. And I was crossing one of the roads that goes into one of the buildings. So I literally just stopped to let like at a zebra crossing, let a car away, and I literally just stopped, put my foot down, and then the scooter just went straight from under me. And then I just like, and it wasn't even full. I sat down. I basically sat down. So then I sat down, and then I was like, right. And then there was this massive truck, and he like, I mean, it wasn't a truck. It was like some like tinted out black car. And it was literally just that you can just see this guy, he literally just peered out of his window, just be like, "You all right? Okay, cool." And I was like, "Yeah,
That was
cool."
nice.
And then I scooted, and then I realised that I'd done the tyre in, so I'm saying I did the tyre in, and that's why I fell. I don't know. But, you know, I'm the girl that had, you know, got attacked by a bird, so, you know, anything happens.
Well, guys, if you're going into this day, take Amy Jones' misfortune as something that we can take a little bit of light from and move on with our day on a lighter note.
Exactly.
Thank you for your thoughts on scooters and JLT. By the way, I know I'm saying I'm not a massive fan because I'm worried about my goosey, but in general, it is my favourite neighbourhood for walking. Love it at night, love it in the mornings, and never change it.
I think it's also really great that they're wanting people to like cycle and be more outdoors. And yeah, they might not, you know, walk, but it's better than driving. And then they're getting out and they're exercising and they're doing everything else and being in the fresh air.
100%, especially during these times.
So go do it over the weekend.
Also, good morning to someone, I think is Christian, who said good morning from JLT. Good morning back to you, right from JLT. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Ali. Have a great weekend. Everyone, we're back, same time, same place, every single weekday morning. Have a good one. Stay safe and wash your hands.
Bye.
Guys, that is a wrap for the Lovin Daily. We are back same time, same place every weekday morning. And of course, don't miss the Lovin Show every Tuesday where I chat with Dubai personalities. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and have a great day.